The time has come yet again to search for mistakes in Helluva Boss 4, or Episode 4. Just like last time, the animation, voice acting, video effects, sound effects, music, everything is absolutely great. Just because I'm searching for mistakes does not mean I do not enjoy it. Quite the opposite actually. I would not be spending so much time going frame by frame and searching for animation mistakes if I did not enjoy the series. One thing I want to mention is that there were a lot less mistakes like last time. It could be either A, I went too fast and didn't search properly, or B, there actually were less mistakes. What I'm trying to say is here that if I seem to be poking into the logic of an animated cartoon, that's why. With the short intro done, sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy. To be fair, even if the chute didn't malfunction, he still would have died because he was too close to the ground anyway. The cherub coming from behind the seat has some clipping issues and overall is a little bit wonky. Wait, so why is there an ad like this about heaven and cherubs and whatnot playing on TV in hell? Bouncy titties. Blitz's little mohawk horn thing is transparent, but usually they are just black. In this scene, there are a few frames where Millie and Moxie are just floating around. In these two frames, Millie's and Moxie's hair blends together. Although I don't know if it's a mistake or not, I'm just gonna count it anyway. In this frame, Luna's collar goes transparent on the inner side. Moxie's tail changes colors as he is about to leave the frame. As Moxie lands on the wall/window, his tail is in front of him, but seemingly out of nowhere, in the next frame it phases through his leg. Blitz's little skull on his chest, or whatever it is, changes colors for no reason. After a certain point, Millie is missing the white lines on one of her horns, and her choker becomes transparent here as well. Before the scene changes, we can see that Luna is disturbed and her phone is facing us with the screen. But in the next shot, the attitude changes and her phone also flips around. Wait, so he just arrived in hell. So how does he know that Blitz and the crew are offering such a type of service? Either Blitz has ads everywhere, or he's popular, or they just didn't bother to explain it a little bit more. The picture has some weird clipping issues with Blitz's finger. Their whole handshake has some weird clipping issues going on. I can't tell for sure, but it seems like his mustache becomes somewhat transparent halfway through its length. In this scene, his cape seems to have completely disappeared. Now, I know it could just be behind him, out of view, but we should be able to see at least something behind him or between his chest and arms. Why do they have capes in the first place? And why are said capes waving around like there is wind inside of a building? Also, the lever on the right is facing up, meaning it's set to young, but after they got into the machine, it was set to old all of a sudden. Blitz's tail changes color from one frame to another. There seems to be a lot of these, so I'm not really sure if it's a mistake or it's on purpose because of lighting. Also, that rocket thing Loopty has is a bit different compared to what he had in the previous shot. Where did that microphone even come from? And also in this frame his pen or whatever in his pocket has lost its black color. To be honest, looking at the fence, gate, wall, whatever, they could have just walked through it since the spaces are big enough for them to squeeze through. The armband has switched to the other arm. The IV tube is attached very weirdly, if that's a word. It's just going all over the place and it's not really coming out of one source, for the lack of a better term. The cat is missing the patch it had before. So, they get knocked down, but in the next scene, Blitz is okay, it's just that the cat gets blown away. We don't see Blitz through the window like we could in the previous shot. Even when the glass breaks, we still can't see him for a few frames and then he pops in. This door was not there when we got a nice zoom out shot or image of the mansion. In this frame, Moxie's buttons on his coat go a little bit wonky. In this frame, Moxie's holding nothing, but literally the next frame after this, he's straight up holding the chainsaw. In situations like these, they would just use a smear frame, so I'm not sure what happened here.
We'll show him! Yeah! No!
We can hear a random no from someone that's voice doesn't seem to fit anyone on the screen. It could be the old man, but his mouth doesn't really move, so I'm confused. The one cherub on the right is just straight up cut in half. Just no mercy. In this scene, when Blitz talks, the lower part of his snout is moving with his lower jaw, but after this, we do not see that happen again. In these two frames, one small outline on Blitz disappears. In the previous scene, the old man had his arms up and there was only one cherub, which also changed positions, but here we see all three of them and the old man has his hands down.
We're here to show you another thing life is worth living for.
I mean, that's nice and all, but what is she even holding in her hand? I really cannot figure out what it could be. At first I thought it was like a small sweater for a newborn, then I thought it was like a giant chicken nugget. Okay.
Such simple joy they have. It is inspiring.
Oh god. In this frame, the cherub's eyebrow has lost its color. I'm not sure what happened in this frame, but there is something very weird going on with his eyebrows. And here again, eyebrow has lost its color and part of his head is missing its color too. In this frame, the outline on the horse's tail gets a little bit thicker for no reason. And here as well. Millie has some clipping issues with one of her fingers, or well, in general, and her eyelash on the left is cut off for a little while. And her eyelash gets cut off here as well. This might be a stretch, but as Blitz is yanking on the cables, they sometimes slip in and out of his hands. Not sure if this is on purpose, but the speed lines on the sides are clipping through the seats. This might be another stretch, but in the previous shot, Millie did notice the cherubs flying towards them, yet here she is surprised just like Blitz and Moxie, and also Blitz has black teeth for some reason. Some weird stuff is happening with the necklace of the cherub as Millie yanks on it. The white markings on Millie's arm have changed positions. Where did Blitz jump to exactly? We still should be able to see him since, well, it's a railing and not a wall. Dude on the right got hit so hard his right eye just disappeared. Woman in the red dress is not bleeding at all compared to others. So why didn't the cherub shoot Blitz? I mean, he really did have all the time in the world, but I mean, hey, it's a cartoon. Even though we have a kind of a bird's eye view of the stage, the opera singer is missing. The broken boards on the right are just weirdly clipping through the floor instead of being actually broken and sticking out. When did Moxie manage to turn his chair 180 degrees? Why are there two G's on the keyboard? In this frame, Poopty opened his mouth as if he wanted to continue saying something, but he just got cut off. I was literally about to write, why has he piano teeth? But halfway through writing that, it hit me that a piano killed him. Duh. This dude really reminds me of the character from Robots, the mayor. I think he was the mayor, I'm not sure. Wacky Wonka's vest changes colors for no reason. And that was Mistakes in Helluva Boss episode 4. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If I seem a little bit too desperate, I'm sorry about that. I tried my best to search for the mistakes. And if I didn't find any, I was trying to find logic where there is none in an animated series cartoon about hell. So thank you for watching or listening. If you enjoyed the video, great. If you made it to the end, even better. And I shall see you next time, whenever and whatever that might be. You take care. Peace.